Okay, anyway. Anyway. Next. Finally, what I mentioned before, what would be the heroes of Might and Magic 3 be without neutral units? The strong one and not so strong ones. So here you can see a different level of the units. And for example, these Azure Dragons are one of the strongest units in the game. I believe maybe even the strongest when it comes to neutral units or units in general. So yeah, these are not double-sided because these units will be split into different decks. Depending on your encounter level, you will draw different units. So as you can see, quite a lot of neutral units to deal with while you roam the world of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And we get to deck building cards. So, as you can see, there are cards with some special ability. One you can play on the expert level if you can do it, and one you can play on the basic level. I mean, each card you can play on basic or on expert level. As for example with this power card, that will grant you 2 wisdom or 1 wisdom, depending on how do you play it. So, these are these basic cards. These basic cards come from the hero stats. So, for example, when you have 2 attack, 2 defense, 1 wisdom, and 1 knowledge, you will draw 1 knowledge card, 1 wisdom card, 2 defense cards, and 2 attack cards. And this will be your starting deck. But as you play it, you will be granted access to more cards. Like this one. So as you can see, there are some spells. If you played the game, you are probably familiar with all of these spells. And the cool thing is that they pretty much work the same as they did in the PC game. Maybe it's not surprising, but I really do believe this game is a fair adaptation of the video game. But I will play this game for the very first time tonight when it comes to playing on my own and the full game, not in the, not at Ascen, playing like for 45 minutes or an hour, something like that. So yeah, and definitely I'll be doing more materials. You can expect full game presentation of these elements. You can expect my preview. So I'll be sharing some thoughts, and I will do a playthrough as well, but probably just in Polish. Well, anyways, so we get to other decks of cards. As you can see, each one has 2 different level abilities. And these cards are pretty strong. If you compose your deck correctly, or you throw away the weak cards, they can change the, for example, the battle outcome. And we get to the artifacts, which you will be able to find in the game. So artifact basically has 1 skill, it's just ore. But these skills are pretty powerful. Artifacts are also divided into different rarity levels, marked by the border. Yeah, I love it. I love it how they redesigned. I don't know if that was a UKG, maybe, I don't know. But I loved how they did redesign every image. So it's not like just taken from the Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Every image was redrawn to resemble the original one, of course, but they have to redraw it for the high quality. Yep. And finally, we get to dice. These are also not the final dice, but already looking pretty cool. So you'll be throwing these dice while you attack your units, attack other units with your units. You will throw your dice for different encounters outcome, like treasure ones. So you don't need more dice than this. And there isn't that much of a luck factor in this game because throwing dice is only for modifying the attack, not the attack itself. So anyway, back to business. So here we have 2 factions minis. These represent heroes of each faction. So as you can see, there were 6 heroes, and there will be 6 miniatures in the core game at least. And these miniatures are pretty detailed. This is prototype. I don't know if they're final, but this is just a prototype. Maybe I will even paint this. I will do some sand drop to distinguish all the miniatures details. Well, I will see about that. And 2 final miniatures. They are looking pretty neat. One thing I would wish is that when you travel through the hex on a map like that, if those miniatures would make this sound of a horse traveling that was in the original PC game, that would be cool. Something like that did with Dwellings of Eldervale. Yeah, it's good to be dreaming, right? But yeah, just an idea. Anyway, this is all. As I said, this is all. As I said, you can expect my full coverage of this game. Soon I will be doing all type of materials, so you will be able to make up your mind about buying this game on Kickstarter. And the final date for the Kickstarter of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is November the 15th. So write it down, note it down. You will be able to buy the game, and actually you can already see the draft of the campaign on the Kickstarter, and if you are interested you will find the link to this draft in the description of this video. Anyways, that is all from me. I'm Adam, aka Weekly Game Night, and thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye!